Welcome to the Core Collective. My name is Jeff Bullard. Today we have a special guest, two-time California State Champion, Richard Medina.
Oh,
So you are two-time, correct?
I think at least two. Yes.
At least, is it three? Because you were telling me this is the second time you've done it when we were there. Was there another one? Did you remember another one?
I don't think it's logged. So I think I might have won it at a different state also. So I might be
Okay.
confusing it with that.
Okay, so that's fine. So at least two to three state champion winner Richard Medina. See, this is why we need a historian of Heroclix, which Clay, you're starting to have a good data log, which introduce Clay Wood right now. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Patrick Booth.
Heyo.
And Brandon Weber.
Hello.
Sorry to get a little side quest there on the intro, but welcome again to our podcast. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to cover some Modern because we have a little league going on the West Coast, which I'm excited to share with you guys about, and Silver, and some more Dark Side. So I think that's basically what we're going to talk about. And I know there's more events moving forward. We're about halfway through the Silver Age season, so we have a good amount of data and kind of understanding of what the teams are. So we'll get into that a little bit. But Modern, so I think all of us played at the Clix League West event at Thunder and Games. Was 2 weeks ago. No, a week ago, right?
Yeah.
We took a week
Yes.
off. We're all tired after a 2-day event, right? Or I was.
Yeah, 9 days of recovery. Yeah.
Well, I had to drive there and back instead of, be a little passenger princess there, friends.
Hey, I would have driven, but I have night blindness. Okay, man. Don't make fun of me for it.
You've made fun of people for far less.
You're right. I make fun of people that are special just because they look that way.
All right. So also one thing, I know people have been posting on Facebook recently saying they're having a hard time finding where all the teams are. Clay has changed where the teams are. I know he's posted in some of the chats and stuff, but we're going to go step by step and show you the way I find the easiest to get there. Clay, if you disagree with me, feel free to tell me to shut up.
Go for it. I didn't realize people are having trouble finding their teams.
They
Well,
have
no,
poor
finding-
reading
finding-
skills.
Because you know how you used to post everything to tournaments, right?
Oh.
They're having.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they're having trouble finding like the results and the teams played in the tournament is what I've noticed. So
Now I did update the homepage for what it's worth. So if you scroll down just a little bit.
latest
So-
events.
Yep.
Oh, let's get your face off of here. Boom.
Nice.
Very cool. I like it. But what I've been doing specifically, because I've been looking at the Modern events for the circuit we played in, I go to circuits. Clay has everything beautifully done over here. Clix Legal West is what we're going to get into first, because I know the events have already happened. I can go to past events and bada bing, bada boom. All these events have been done and finalized. You guys can see by the little green check here that everything is good. So let's start with CLW1 at Mythic Finds. The standings, and then you guys can see all the players and their teams as long as they were entered, and their points, standings, all that stuff, and when they were out of the event. Clay, you've done a beautiful job at this, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, so let's check out what Miles Kane won with. The Happening. I love it. We have some terrain marker action here. Some plant terrain, right? Attacking through the terrain markers.
Very true.
Poison Ivy with the trick arrows is oof. It's pretty dirty. And then Swamp Thing also, I believe, gets a free attack through the terrain markers, right? Yeah, nice.
Yes, he does.
Dude, and he's rocking a 12 for 4. So even if you have Kale, right? That's still 12, right? You're not going to get anything bigger than that. So what are you guys' thoughts?
I'm wondering why the old Shumanite's there. Who's
Yeah,
got the animal
that
keyword?
was very little odd to me.
That is
Man-Thing's
my-
an animal, but I don't know if that's
That's the
Just
only
for the
animal on the
scientist
team.
team.
It's the only
Yeah.
animal on the team, right? And I don't think moving him 3 plus, well, maybe him 3 plus the port plus the charge. If he has Chthon is 11 squares plus giant reach 2, that's 13. Not quite full board, right?
I mean, he's also I mean, I love it. It's a great idea, but you're paying 55 points whether it made it happen or not. This happening's costing 55 more points than you should have paid.
Yeah, like that's
I
the
think
only
Miles
thing.
said in the Degeneration Clix podcast that Ultra Humanite is probably the one thing he would change.
I agree with him.
I will also point out that this is the first team I've seen in a long time that actually used one of the Royal Flesh Gang pogs.
I love it, right? Because it gives you this is the empower. No, outwit.
Yeah, 10 points for outwit.
And you can wild card
2 team
stuff to wild
abilities.
card, yeah.
Because he gives
Give you the
Predagon
stealth for the
stealth.
Batman, right? Nice,
Yeah,
that's
and
cool.
it gives
I
one
like
for
it.
stealth.
Stuff.
That's like extra annoying, right?
It is.
All right, cool. And we'll give a little peek at second place. Black Gold. This team looks subtly familiar. Martian Manhunter, 60 points. Black Lantern theme, very cool. And sideline. Okay, Poseidon, I like it. Just in case they happen to take you to what is it? A throne room, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what ruins this team? A butterfly. A
Funny you
butterfly with an Elsa or a Constantine.
It's funny you say that, right? It's funny you say that. All right. Well, very good. Congrats, Miles. All right. Event 2, Wish Clicks West. League West, event number 1.
6 players. That's not terrible.
There you go. All right. Callan Chapman, Mystically. Double Man Thing. Oh my God. Dude, this guy is so expensive right now on eBay. He's like an $80 SR.
Damn.
Yeah, because he likes to
That's a lot.
shit all over
Dude.
Kong.
And he is rare. Like he's so hard to find.
It's funny, you know, Next Phase got so much hate when it came out, but man, it's really seeing a resurgence. You know, Elsa Bloodstone,
Mm-hmm.
non-prime is super hot because of Butterfly. Of course, you know, the avatars, which I think people are looking at the Next Phase avatars and be like, wow, these are a lot better than the Black Panther ones.
Facts.
And then on top of that, you know, Kevin is now starting to see play because porters are gone and people are realizing he's really good. And again, you need he pairs really well with the avatars from this set. So
Do you really want to count Kevin part of that set?
Yeah.
Because even though he's attached to the set, was he really in the set?
It's
Stop bringing
funny.
up some.
It's funny you
Super.
mentioned that because I was going through and sorting all my Next Phase to get ready, and it's all posted on eBay now. And I was like, man, there's a lot here. And I was like, you know what? Nobody ever opened a Kevin from a booster.
I think somebody in Italy did.
Wow.
Give that guy a gold medal somewhere and a sticker.
No one here in the continental United States has ever opened a Kevin in a booster. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Richard, did you get a Kevin in a booster?
No.
Do you have a Kevin, Richard?
No.
Oh, you're not in the Kevin club.
Do you feel like you need a Kevin, Richard?
Not really.
That's probably the best answer.
It's fair. And,
I will say I did see a resurgence in one other figure that Clay did not mention from Next Phase, and that's the She-Hulk with the TV coming out of the TV.
she has seen some play.
She's been seeing more and more play because of that ability to say, "Hey, you want to use that prob or that outwit?" Nah.
Dude,
Yep.
people love playing hate bears.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see what Jay Patel came in with second place. That team looks very similar.
Oh my
What?
God! It's Black Lanterns again.
Whoa.
Goodness.
Whoa. Too good. All right. I love it. All right. Now we're on
It's
to
like you see a lot of these teams that are so dependent on Elsa and they have Butterfly, but they don't want to sideline. Or sorry, they're dependent on healing, but they don't want to sideline Elsa because even though it would hurt their opponent, but it hurts them too because everybody's dependent upon healing so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see somebody come up with a team that really doesn't need healing, and then just completely shut down all these teams that do.
I think the team that won this event didn't need any healing at all.
You know what? I feel like you're gonna be wrong on this one.
Because I didn't, I don't think the team healed at least once. Oh, hey,
Oops!
This team looks so familiar.
It's the team again.
Wow! So
Black Lanterns.
I piloted this team and I won with it.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you. I played an Elsa Bloodstone every single game and did not get to heal. So I guess it didn't matter.
Elsa? Where did your Elsa come from?
No, I played against an Elsa.
Oh, I see.
So I didn't get to heal.
He has a 7th sideline spot. Jeff was cheating.
Yeah. But no, I played against the Elsa Bloodstone every game. It didn't matter. So, it's like, this didn't matter. I will say what I liked about the team that I tweaked. My variation is just subtly different than everyone else. Is the double Daredevils, right? Why it matters is because I played against the Prodegaton every single game. So it took up 4 squares on the outside of the map that they couldn't place, which was very helpful, right? Because it made everything stay within range of me being comfortable of things being displaced, right? So them moving something didn't make me uncomfortable. I was able to get them back wherever I needed to, or they were still in line to get TK'd or whatever needed to happen. So very, very, it limited the negative interactions that they were doing towards me. So,
and of course, the traffic barrel combo is extremely potent.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, honestly, I didn't even have the actions to go and pick it up. Like they stayed back and they slowly just sidestep up to prob of it, like later game. They just sat back to block those 4 squares at the beginning, and then they were late. They were more later game after like Swamp Thing and Batman died.
Who is your go-to butterfly swap?
100%. If I go first, Space Ghost. If I go second and they're not playing Butterfly into Elsa Bloodstone, it'll be a Cosmo, and I just heal everybody up. Otherwise, still Space Ghost probably. Ace, I got very comfortable with in the Silver Age event. So basically, the whole line has TK. If later, when Black Panther becomes a thing or Despero, they say you can't use someone, I still can TK. So I still have that full board reach with Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, it was pretty much Space Coast every time.
Very
double flex TK is too good. But hey, I could not have done it without Andrew Young helping me with the team. So big shout out to Andrew Young for helping me craft and finalize that team there. It would not be winning without him.
I know we have another player on the call who really likes that Ace.
Speaking of this,
Ace is good.
Dude, in Silver Age, man, she was my bread and butter. So Richard Medina over here got second place at the Clix League West event. And you, Richard, talk about your team. Go ahead, buddy.
So I was mostly focused on silver, so I just put together random good stuff for modern. That's why there's like no rhyme or reason to it. But they all can hit. Except Timebreaker.
No, fair, dude. Yeah, they all come in, they hit. You have your Swiss Army knife for the butterfly to negate whatever your opponent's doing. And yeah, I like you have 2 things on there that say you can't use powers. Like that's very strong. And people kept asking me, Fulcum's still modern legal?
I know.
Fulcum's still modern legal? I was like,
it's crazy that it's going to be 2025 and he's a Connolly from 2020.
Yeah.
Dude.
You can give Prodegatron Stealth and Superman, right?
Yeah. Having the random JLA is nice. I like it. All right, good job, Richard. And let's check out the last event standings. And congrats to Matty G for his past team. Dude, we were talking about this before the call or before we started recording. Just such an interesting team. Like I like the Batman swap. It kind of reminds me of the old, what do you call it? World's Finest. Remember when people were playing the Superman swaps?
Yep.
Good times.
I'd love to see him play this because I bet he has some good tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to talk. I was like, I want to figure out the sequencing and like, because I get the shell, right? You have the 19 defend. Cap gives everyone ESD that he's touching. Flash Raptor gives you +1 defense. So like, it's really hard to hit from range. And then he has a pretty far shooting range too, with TK and the Batman's free attacks. Pretty solid, dude. I like it.
It's interesting he didn't play a prime. Not even like a reverse flash.
I don't think he had the space for it. I think
so. The problem when you play Batman's is you're going to want to use like majority of your sideline for your Batman options. And if you like, even look at the ones that he has a 17 and a 32 already on the team, and those the 17 he has to double up on.
Yep.
I believe the 32 is the 19 defend.
I believe so. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Right. So I'm actually surprised he doesn't have a second one of those on his team.
The 33 is.
Oh no, 32 is the fish. The pirate
is the pirate one, the carrier.
33 is the defender.
Okay,
yeah, that makes sense.
Does he give Trick Arrow to Flash Raptor?
He might.
Does he
when
give
swaps
what?
out?
I don't really.
Oh, trick arrows.
I would assume he doesn't swap out of that Batman that early.
That was my thought too.
I would imagine as well, but I mean, it's a possibility. Maybe it comes up in some matchups.
No, because
I think he probably swaps him out, drops it, then next turn power action to pick it up, carry him across the map, and then make the free attack with the trick arrows.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it work that way. I mean, there's options. I mean, maybe he had different options depending on what your opponent played. We could also be giving him a lot more credit than we think we are.
True.
1 of 2, right?
I like it. Very cool. Very creative team. And last but not least, 200-point Kong, reverse flash, and a space ghost.
Hey, it's my favorite type of reverse flash, one with a Bucky's arm.
Forcing reverse flash is like really good.
The fact that
reverse
he's
flash is good.
13 for floor 4 with hypersonic speed and flurry is dirty for 45 points.
Very strong. Yeah, and a
he's
TK.
not easy to kill.
No.
6 clicks, shape change, super senses, own prob, like fuck.
Yeah, the thing that this guy wants on his team is a Major Logan. That's all he cares about.
Jeez, yeah. Yeah, all right. Very cool. Congrats, Nick, there.
So now there's one thing that I wanted to announce, a feature that I added to HC Units just this last week, which is, yes, the meta tab. So now you can see the meta game for a circuit. So all of the events that we just talked about, you can see, not just what units are played the most, but I also added number of wins and the win percentage. And I'm still tweaking it a little bit because neither of those perfectly tells the tale about what is the best unit.
Yeah.
But it's,
and this is specific to this specific event, right?
And sorry, this meta, the meta that you're looking at right now is specific to this event. But if you go back to the circuit, you can see it across all of the events.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. See, per Degaton, number 1.
Yeah.
And look at that, the Black Lantern guys.
Price check on what is it? Daredevils, Legacy Daredevils.
But I think the one that's most interesting. So click on the little sort by button on the right of the.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, and then do sort by. Oh, sorry, it is already sorted by wins. So if you want to change it to team popularity, you can sort by popularity there. But it's still, it changes things up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
this is kind of broken because, of course, the thing that plays one game and wins 100 and wins them all, it has 100% win rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the key ingredient,
Yeah.
Sounds like, all those pogs are now worth a lot more money.
Facts on facts. Too cool, dude. I love it. No, this is so cool, Clay. Like just having the information and the data.
So
But
yeah,
like,
it's helpful to build.
I mean, it's just I think what's great is that people are, you know, adding their teams. And I know there's been a lot of discussion this last weekend around, you know, I think some of the rock events were, you know, some venues added most of their teams and others didn't, and we kind of had to collect them after very diligent about going and collecting those teams, and so we have almost all of the teams for all of the rock events too. And so it's awesome from an archival perspective.
Yeah, no, like just having the history and making sure like things are remembered, right? Like I know other big game systems have like the company has their own dedicated websites to keep the history, right? WizKids doesn't have that. I know other people in the past have kept records and stuff, but it doesn't seem they're doing that anymore. So I'm glad Clay that you're doing that now. It makes a big difference.
I think there was a thread a couple months ago talking about, you know, who are the world champions, and it's on my very long to-do list to add a page that kind of collects all of those folks in one place, but yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
And then we'll do a podcast one so that we all remembered.
Too fun. All right. So now the real reason we're all here. Silver Age.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say underpants, like we're underpants gnomes.
What? All right. So let's do this one more time. Walk through it again. All right. So we're gonna go to events, circuits, Rock States, Provincial Championships 2024, because that's the years we're in, friends. Past events, and huzzah. Look at that. Beautiful. All the information and data you could ever want. And looks like a lot of these green check marks have filled in. Richard, you want to go over your stuff first?
Yeah, man. I was playing double Dooms.
Dude, you are the Doom master. Like, this is your bread and butter. I love it. All right. Explain the team. Break it down. Like, this is stuff like you're familiar playing with, right?
Yes, I've played most of these figures a lot. Right.
You must have been very excited to have Sky Tyrant come back, because you played.
Yes, I was.
I love Sky Tyrant.
Sky Tyrant and Power Gem. I think that left you left scars on my psyche, killing my destroyer and winning the game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I personally like Venom Hunters, but Bucky's arm's good. The team is annoying and adaptable, man.
Yeah,
but I take away your keywords. I can take away your objects. Dr. Doom gives bad dice rolls sometimes, and Butterfly is just like the Swiss Army knife.
I really think DJ Doom is like one of the most underrated pieces in Silver. It's actually pretty crazy that he's not played more, for the reasons you just mentioned. You know, I think you look at the dial and you're like, top dial, phasing teleport, 75 points. That's so awful. But I mean, being able to, like, you know, negate one particular equipment is often all it takes to, like, shut down a team. And
yeah, especially with what is it, all black Necrosword being gone, right? You can take anything and everything except for the exospecs now, and no one's playing exospecs.
Yeah. Like, I was just looking at eBay. I was shocked that he's only $40 on eBay.
And there's also the die manipulation, right?
Yeah, like you said, like if you roll a 1 and a 2,
yeah,
like in our game, Richard. So now, why we have you here, let's talk about our game, Richard, and what you swapped into, and the unfortunate situation that I was in our top 8 match.
I swapped into a Major Logan. You had a Scott Porter and a Butterfly. I had a Scott Porter and a Butterfly, and, you know, Major Logan made it happen. You know?
And you were playing Thanos, right, Jeff?
I was playing Legacy Thanos, so it was not good for me. Being that I rolled a 1 2 turns in a row. For turn 1, turn 2, I rolled a 1, so I had no powers, which is like okay for turn 2, right? Like I had all the powers I could ever want to pick, but when it happened again, picked up the dice. I moved Thanos like 10, 12 squares forward as far as he could go, and carried some friends up, and I said pass. And I think that was pretty much the end of the game because, like, yeah, dude, there's nothing I could do. I just needed the one mind control. But dude, to be able to have 2 turns in a row of no powers with Thanos, like, if there's someone else out there in this world that has happened to, please message me, make me feel better about myself that I'm not alone. Because, dude, Richard, that was so rough, man. Like, even the whole ride home, I turned back to Brandon and be like, 0 fucking powers, dude.
Well, the
Yeah, I was like,
positive thing about
shut
that,
the
Jeff, is you
fuck
can
up.
pick anything you want next turn when you finally do roll something positive.
See, that was my optimism turn 1, right? I was like, all right, the world's my oyster next turn. I was like, nope. And then, dude, he didn't make it to turn 3. I'm pretty sure he was dead.
I didn't. I think I took your Colossus Captain Carter shield.
Yeah, you took the Carter shield
Yeah.
too. That was rude. That was rude.
Good pick.
So there's changes to the teams. If I were to play it again in an event, but I'm not sure when the next Sail Rage event is. Richard, you're playing in a Sail Rage event in about a week now, right? Are you gonna go to Nevada States?
Yes.
This weekend, right?
Ooh, back to back. He's coming
down
free.
here. He's coming down here in the craziest weekend of all.
Dude,
Yes.
right? Oh my god.
He wants to see the cargoes. Vroom vroom.
We like the car go vroom vroom.
Yeah. Clay, are you gonna go?
No, sorry.
Oh,
Don't apologize
Clay
to me.
doesn't like cars.
I'm certain there'll be other dark sides for sure.
Definitely will be.
It's I just, with all the stuff running on the weekend, I'm nervous. Things have been going really well for HC units, but there's a lot of events, and being away from my computer for a prolonged period of time makes me nervous. So
What that
understandable.
sounds like is the community should grant Clay some sort of gift for giving up all his opportunities to play in states.
well,
Beat you down on dark side.
A couple months from now, I mean, honestly, already it's done way better than I had ever hoped that it would do. It's performed brilliantly. Like it's been really good. So I'm not nearly as nervous as I was a couple weeks ago. We've been able to have over 150 players concurrently across all the different tournaments, and haven't been any performance issues or anything. So it's been very stable, great shape. That's good.
That's good.
Good job on a
buddy.
stress
We
check.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Yay. Glad the site's doing
So
well.
what that means, guys, all you listeners out there, when you see Clay in Memphis this upcoming year, make sure you take him out to barbecue. Or get him those,
call him out very loudly and then
or
say thank you.
you could also get him those really cheap, disgusting hot dogs that they sell at the convention center. I'm sure he'll like one of those.
Oh my god. I made that mistake one time.
Yeah. And I told you not to.
Because it was all wrapped up and I looked at it and it was literally gray.
Ugh.
It was no longer pink. It was gray. I opened it up and I was like, it was like almost mushed and dissolved. Like it was like, I was like, I'm not eating this. I was like, you guys took my $8.50. It's yours. You got me.
$8.50.
Dude, it was convention center food. I felt like that was
guess,
a bargain.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a bargain. I walked out under
That's
10.
fair.
It is what it is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should continue on with some more. Oh, let's look at Clay's second place team. And then we'll let Richard go if he wants to go.
Well, coincidentally, it also allows us to look at the first place team for half of the other events too. So
It
You mean this team that doesn't work anymore after people figured out what the antithesis is?
I really thought that was going to be the case, but then he won half the events this past weekend. So
Well, I'm assuming everyone got smart on Monday.
that's what I thought it was going to be after that a week ago.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, I think the reality is he's just pretty tough to deal with unless you have a team that's specifically, you specifically have some answers. And Richard, even in his case, so well, let's talk about it. Okay, so So dark side, the whole trick with this team is that Khazar moves dark side. When dark side moves, he can generate blocking himself through the 0 ring. When he moves through blocking, he is able to do 2 unavoidable damage to an adjacent character. And so, if he starts a move within Proteus's range, he can drop a blocking. And then, so at the start of the game, he can, basically, he has full map reach to do 4 unavoidable damage, on turn 2. And then the turn after that, he can generate 5 blocking. Khazar moves him, so that's 10 unavoidable damage. And then a few turns in the game, Absorbing Man comes out and he starts dropping barriers. And now you can have potentially, I think if I did the math, you can move
16.
6 and sidestep for 2, so he could do 16 unavoidable damage in 1 turn, which is pretty tough to deal with. And meanwhile,
how many teams that can
it's just
survive
hard to
that?
kill him. He's got shape change, he's got imperv, high defense.
Yeah,
so.
reduces pen.
So he's definitely the one that I think people are, he's the big baddie that is kind of casting a dark shadow over a lot of the tournament. Now, Richard's team was a very strong counter to this. It's not just that he can steal the 0 ring, which prevents Darkside from barriering, but he also has the ability to go into Ace, who can then outwit him. And so I think that, even when I don't think that like 1 stopper alone is enough to do it. I think you probably need 2. So there are a number of different options. Griever, who prevents, Griever's a good butterfly sideline option, prevents opponent from putting down terrain markers. There's of course Legacy Cosmo. You could just turn off barrier within range.
Yeah.
That makes it pretty hard to destroy terrain markers. And then of course, my sincere apology to my opponents. I made a mistake. I misunderstood the rules. You're not, as I found out after the tournament, you're not allowed to put terrain markers, you can't put blocking terrain markers on top of any other terrain marker. Which honestly, I still think is very weird. Like if you read the rules, it's a very, I find it to be very confusing at the least. Because the ruling is such that it violates the rule of occupancy, which is one of the Heroclix golden rules. But there's like 5 pages of rules around terrain markers, and it says multiple times that you can't put other terrain markers on top of blocking.
Yes.
But but outside of the rule of occupancy, it never says you can put blocking, or you can't put blocking on top of another terrain marker. And so it's at least kind of just confusing. I mean, even the rule of occupancy just says that blocking can't occupy the same square as something else. But then you have the other, the rule of dropping terrain markers says that they coexist, but the one on top is the one that you pay attention to. So it's
true, right? It's
very confusing. I really hope they clarify this in the rules. I really hope other players are aware of this, because we had some of the best players in the world play in California, and I don't think anybody called me out on it. It certainly needs to be, there needs to be more awareness around this. Because it's not intuitive, at least not for me, because you can have a map. Like, why are terrain markers different than the map, right? You can put blocking on elevation on a map. Why can't I put blocking on an elevated terrain marker? I can put
it's not tomato tomato
hindering. I can't put it on debris. It seems very weird. So, I'm actually wondering if when they release the Smash and Destroy set, if they'll overhaul some of the rules around terrain markers, because assuming that's going to be a very terrain heavy set.
We could hope.
Yeah. And since they made all the terrain markers forever now, if I remember correct,
evergreen.
Yeah, they're evergreen. They'll eventually have to do the updates for them because you're right, Clay. It's very difficult to find some of those rules, and 5 pages seems a little excessive. Because it's either 5 pages is excessive or it's not enough, I guess is the way of saying it.
I just think it's funny because really, literally, all you need is one sentence.
Yeah.
Blocking terrain markers may not be placed on any other type of terrain marker. Boom. That's it. Like, super clear, right?
Stop with the common sense play. You're going to upset people.
As you could even reference the rule of occupancy being like, blocking terrain markers may not be placed on other types of terrain in accordance with the rule of occupancy. Like, so simple. So,
and Podius.
And rant. Sorry, opponents. I apologize. That's totally my bad. I just feel
okay, Clay.
Very
you're
embarrassed. I don't like.
Hey, you can't feel any worse than me for playing 2 primes and the judge signed off on it. Like, I think I took the cake on that one. Too funny.
Anyways, all right. And rant.
All good, dude. Richard, would you like to continue with us or would you like to depart?
I think I have to go, but it was good talking with you guys.
Always
Thanks
a pleasure, sir.
Richard.
Dude, thank you so much. Again, congrats.
Good night, Richard. Congratulations.
Good night to everyone.
Hopefully we'll see you on Saturday.
I'm going.
All right.
See ya. Take care, bud. Bye. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Richard, for joining us. Always good times. All right, so let's continue on with our state champions, and we'll get this done as quick and efficiently as possible. I think we'll continue looking at this top 1 and 2 players.
You don't want to talk crap about Richard anymore since he's gone? All right, I guess not.
If you guys have any other teams that you feel stand out, I'm always open to ideas. But
I like the Luther team. I think that's worth talking about. But we can talk about the winner. Ant-Man definitely deserves to be discussed first.
All right, dude. So mystical. Love it. All right, congrats.
So for the listeners, we're talking about is this Jersey
This is Jersey.
This is Jersey, right? Yeah.
New Jersey State Champion. Paul. Yeah, thank you, Clay. Appreciate that. New Jersey State Champ, Ant-Man. All right, so we got Blackheart, 75. Old school one with the Power Gem. We got the Next Phase Man-Thing, Kong. Saturnine from the OP kit, or from the OP set with Cloak of Levitation. Elsa Bloodstone, Trick Arrows. Felix Faust, Wonder Woman 80th, Spin, Green Man, Kale. Black Strip Porter with the 0 ring. And to finish things off, you have a Wendigo. That is a beautifully crafted mystical theme. That's like basically all the best mystical stuff you could find in the past 6 years of Heroclix.
I'll say that's a Kong's wet dream right there. He got 2 actions now. Jeez.
It's a lot of figures too.
Yeah, you can really crank out the damage. I'm curious to hear. I'd love to see how he defeated Darkseid. I'm assuming it probably is Trick Arrow, I think, which is one of the things I did not mention, but you can play the USB Arrow. And
also just steals the equipment if she hits.
And steal the equipment. So Elsa, and she's got a base 12 attack, so she has a pretty good chance of hitting.
That, and you can use the Trick Arrow that says you can't use TAs, right, and just outwit them.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the easy way of taking out Darkseid.
Nice, good job. All right, second place, Isaac AB. All right, we got Unthemed playing the good stuff. Wow, dude, Kong is gonna love this format. That's wild, dude. So many figures. King Deadpool, Elsa, Carnage Silver Surfer, Mern, Sicarian Iron Man back from the bench, Cosmo, Venom Magneto, the Watcher. This is the swap. Who are we swapping?
So the trick here is it's a really clever trick.
Starro, got it.
See it myself until I listened to another podcast. That's exactly it, Jeff. Yeah. So
he swaps Cosmo out if he doesn't have to turn some stuff off. So I imagine he swaps Cosmo out in matches. He doesn't have to turn things off, and he just picks up all his standard objects here. And who makes stuff? Anybody make things? No. It's only a couple heals, right?
They just get a ton of prob, right?
Yeah. Oh no, King
Oh,
Deadpool goes
yeah.
to all the monsters, right? They all have the tokens. Duh.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah, and then
just
Timebreaker gets.
Watcher. So how does the Watcher work? Let's go.
So it's power. So at the beginning of the game, roll a d6, and you give the Watcher a number of what if tokens equal to half the result.
Which you know is going to be at least one.
Right. So minimum one, right? So power, you remove the what if token. If you do, replace an adjacent friendly character with a character of equal or less points from your sideline on its starting line. So Cosmo's 45, the legacy, sideline Cosmo from the holiday set's 40. The replacement character must share a name with the replaced character. So easy peasy, goes in. People holding objects can do free support. Dude,
the big one
gravy.
is Starro.
Yeah.
So you can start off with Legacy Starro and replace him with the other Starro on his. So I think you power action him over and then replace him.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I saw this earlier.
And then he goes all the way to click number 1 without having to heal him at all.
That's also very dirty. Yeah, so he just goes to the 200 point line. How are you playing 2 uniques?
They're not primed.
Starro's not Legacy. This is the old.
Oh, yeah. I see. You're right. I see. DP18. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Got you. Yeah, you're right. I saw that earlier. That's pretty good. So for 2 power actions and 45 points, you get a 200 point Starro. It's not bad.
I think he's 300 point Starro.
But it has to be less points.
No, you go to the 200 point line because
you go to the 200 point line because
the other one goes to 260, right?
Yeah.
There has to be less points.
I guess that's right. But then I think you could probably still. Can you heal him past that?
No, because
No.
that's their new.
It's starting
they go to
line.
the 200 point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their starting line.
But they do score 260 points.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. So that's like his dad's modern version on steroids that he won with, right? Similar.
Yeah, I think Ed did it the old school way of just healing him. But
yeah, this is way cooler.
Yeah.
Too good. All right. And you said the Luther team. So I imagine, if I'm correct, this is about the cake tokens.
Yes, it is.
So for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, Lex Luthor here has a trait. That's as many as 4 10s, and that's terrible. So when a finalized attack roll is a 10, give Lex Luthor a cake token if he hasn't removed one this turn. So when Lex Luthor has 4 more cake tokens for the rest of the game, when a friendly character attacks before the attack roll, you remove a cake token. If you do, the minimum result of that attack is 10. Mind you, this gentleman is playing 4. So when you get to 4, you can trigger the first one, right? So those 4 attacks trigger for free on, say, the Mind Gem. Because each time you roll a 10, you get to make a free attack. So each time, those 4 free, so he'll roll for the Mind, removing so he'll do it by manipulating the dice and rolling 10s, right? And then once he gets the 4 cake tokens on there, they can remove 1 to roll the 10. The other, he can't get any more this turn. The other 3 now get an additional 1. They're up to 5. Here, each one continually removes, and they keep adding. So just depending on how many you get there before you trigger, you get significant amount of free attacks with mind control, right? You're eventually going to hit. They're eventually going to do something. It can eat up a lot of time, right? If you roll for, say, 40 mind controls, that's a lot of time, right?
I think it's also that the trick is with Valkyrie, who says friendly characters can use their mind control to target Valkyrie.
So you get to keep attacking with her too.
So you
That's
do
it.
it. So you can crank them. You can get all of the tokens without leaving your starting zone.
Jeez. Wild. So yeah, you just hit enough 10s.
And then you have Spider-Man who can do that. And he has the thing when he makes a close attack, he can roll 4 dice instead of 2. So he almost guarantees he's going to get a 10. So you have all these guys that basically guarantee you're going to hit 10s by, attacking your own character.
Yeah, and Spider-Link can choose whatever she needs to get you those 10s too.
Oh.
Grandmaster does the reroll too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's fun. Fun little gimmick. I like it. It got 4th place out of 26, was it? 22 players. That's pretty solid, dude.
I think if I remember correctly too, I think Ed said he had a 26-minute turn.
Well, dude, I believe it. Dude,
so
that's an issue in the format, 100%. I get that you're doing things and you're actively doing it, but if you eat up 26 minutes for one turn, that's not okay.
I think I think that indicates the team is degenerate and needs to be addressed, frankly.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought it was but that aside, I thought it was very clever.
He also has Kevin to reroll the Spider-Man attack.
So what do you think the fix would be, right? Do you get rid of the gems or do you get rid of Lex?
You get rid of Valkyrie.
I'm sure there's someone else.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Well,
you probably get rid of Lex.
Because I think it's a cake token, right? Because otherwise, if you don't get the cake tokens...
Yeah. Honestly, he should probably be unique.
Fair. Restricted. Make him restricted. I love it. All right. Moving on up to New Hampshire States. Let's see who the winner is. Daniel Smith. I believe I played this gentleman. At Worlds. Very nice guy. Dark Side, but his iteration is slightly different. Clay, being the Dark Side expert, what is the difference?
Yeah, he doesn't have the reach. It's interesting. He can't move. He doesn't have Khazar, so he can't move Dark Side. So basically, I assume his Dark Side is actually making attacks. No, I guess he has barrier with Star Sapphire.
He's got lots of barrier.
He has a lot of barrier, but that means he has to get his team up there to put it down. So I think he's got a real weakness there, not being able to rely on Darkseid purely to do it.
Because he can TK Darkseid up 8 squares, and then he can move. And then do 1, so he can do 1 free damage the turn he goes in.
But he can't do any the next turn unless he moves up his whole. He's got to move up his whole team. He doesn't have a way to do that and drop barrier.
I would imagine it's a sidestep, TK somebody up, and then they barrier.
Yeah.
Because you sidestep. Yeah, I think that might be it. Could be wrong. Sidestep, because they all sidestep up, turn 2, 1, and turn 2 you sidestep up again. TK, that's another 4. You're out 8 squares, plus barrier for 4. I think their range is 6, so they can get to square 14. So I think that's okay.
The next turn, they really can't get barrier around the opponent's team, allowing Darkseid to just run through it all and deal unavoidable. If they use TK the first turn,
then
it's hard for the rest of the team to catch up, and he needs them to. So,
yeah. Alrighty. And let's see, second place, X-Men, Chris French, good job. Swamp Thing, that's not an X-Men, is it?
Oh, he is now, thanks to Apocalypse and Genesis.
I was like, he's DC. Carnage, Silver Surfer, Sekarian, Iron Man, Sky Tyrant, Major Logan, Apocalypse, Genesis, Venom, Magneto. Of course, they're X-Men. They're all warriors, brutes.
4 monsters.
Rawr. All right, cool, dude. Good stuff. A lot of good stuff, right?
Just good stuff.
I like
with
the
ape
main
auction.
board, Major Logan.
He doesn't have a butterfly, which is interesting.
I just don't know who do you think he's going to be sharing keywords with on opponents, right? Like I don't.
Does he
I
have
feel
a
like
porter on the team?
No, I feel like I
No?
feel like that 45 points could be somewhere else.
Venom Magneto, maybe.
Maybe it was a meta call that everyone's going to be playing Surfer or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I should note, I'll ask you, I guess. What do you guys think is the most popular of the restricted units so far?
One of the porters.
Black Shirt Porter.
Probably Black Shirt Porter.
Far and away. Yeah.
Definitely Black Shirt Porter. Yeah.
So.
What's second?
I mean,
White Shirt
we could
Porter.
look at meta after this, and then we could look. I don't know if you can sort it by like restricted, but we can just find the restricted pieces on the meta list.
Anything else stand out, friends? Nay.
No.
All right. Cool. New Hampshire. This is Mexico. Cool.
Mexico City. Yeah.
Dope. Awesome. All right. Ooh, Howard Brock almost came in a winner. That would have been cool. Whoa.
Look at that.
This double Saturnine. All right. This girl's kind of crazy. Like she's pretty hard to kill if I remember correctly, right? She poops out a bunch of bystanders.
George Massue played her at Worlds. She also does some dice manipulation, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you generate the bystander. She has mastermind to anyone with those in 6. She does psych pen, Sisu characters.
Nice range.
Dude, that's strong.
Yeah.
What are the bystanders do? Are they just there for mastermind?
She can mastermind to them, yeah. So
it's cool. They're not bad individually though, because like they can charge blades like if you need them.
Oh, I love the
not just
bishop.
there.
That is a throwback. Dude, yeah. This is a nice little throwback. I like it. Because what does it says? If shards on the map, you can't be targeted within so far, right?
Yep.
Yeah, opposing characters can only attack characters in 5 squares of themselves. That's really strong. That shuts down a lot of weird, funky stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, let's see what Mr. Brock was playing. Blue Beetle with Mew Mew, Ghost Rider with Lightning, Carnage Surfer, Saki, Cosmo, Venom Eggs, Ant-Man, and Kirk, and a Thura. Nice. Unseen Goodness. I'm confused about the Mjolnir on Blue Beetle. Am I missing something? Because it's like purely a close piece, right? Because it's like +1 for adjacent friendly, or for +1 for damage for adjacent for single, and then make a close from range.
I guess you just get the +1 attack and damage.
But they have to be adjacent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everything else looks great. That's the only thing I don't get. That's cool. I like the Blue Beetle though. Good call. Ryder's been playing a lot with Blue Beetle for in prep for the CLW this weekend.
Definitely a piece that had a lot of hype and has not lived up to that hype yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of positioning. It's finesse. All right. We did California. Congrats to Richards and you, Clay. Let's go to Tennessee. Standings. Oh, yeah. Alex Q's. Giggity. We've seen this team. Good job, Alex.
Team. So Darkside wins Tennessee.
And Starro
takes second place.
Starro
Colossus is interesting.
Starro Colossus Butterfly. Very cool. I love it. I was trying to do something like this in Modern with what do you call it? The Legacy one. Just the points. The points are a little rough. But you got your Mission Point battery over here. Chilling. Nice.
Why did he not drop Mary Jane and play full point Colossus?
You need 20 more points, not the 15, but
oh, sorry, guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think full point Colossus would be better.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Maria Hill is like Bay, because like if you guys don't, do you guys know what she does?
No idea.
So mind control. Once per turn, when a friendly character uses mind control to target a character that hasn't been damaged this turn, after resolutions, that target can't make attacks or be attacked until your next turn, unless it's the only character on your force. So like it literally just, if you mind control someone, it shuts them out of the game.
Yeah,
like,
they still do
can't
shit.
do
Which is
anything.
really good against tent poles other than
Except
Darkseid.
Darkseid. Except for
Yeah.
Darkseid, right?
So
Obviously why he came in second.
Yeah.
Sorry, Darkseid. Can't do shit. All right.
And Darkseid also took 5th place there as well.
Yeah. Good job, Alex. Great job, Aaron. Keeping Star alive. Love it. All right. Moving on to Utah State Champion standings. All right. We got Dexter Nelson the second. Unthemed Goodness. Ooh. Full point Rogue. Double APOC. I love it. She got crazy rollouts. All right.
Skybreaker.
All right. All right. So to get it in there and making sure that they don't hit or shoot her.
Yeah.
Skybreaker's cool because then I guess she could potentially hit and steal 2 powers.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
It's very strong. I like it. Cool. I like to see the tent poles doing well outside of Darkseid. This one I found interesting too. 100-point Batman. Like that's
And
that's
full
a bold
point
move.
Diana.
Yeah, and full point Diana. Just doing it, right? Because she has charge flurry up top. But yeah, she still has to just do it. Does he have TK? No. Batman have TK? No. But then he ports. That doesn't do anything. Saint Walker does not.
Porting?
Probably Batman.
Batman, I guess.
Yeah.
So here's, I really like this Diana piece. I caused a little bit of a stir 2 weeks ago when I was asking whether or not she actually needs to hit in order to trigger the pop to make it she actually has to
roll dice
attack,
pretty much
actually make the attack against an opposing character. And so they kind of, it was initially ruled that she doesn't even need to make the attack, but then they've subsequently fixed that, so she does need to make an attack against an opposing character. Yeah. But what I really am waiting for somebody, I can't believe nobody has seen this yet. If you put the lasso on her, it gives her free incapacitate with a range of 4. Incapacitate is an attack.
It is.
So you can carry her to the other side of the map, make a free attack, and then bring over whoever you want, like Kong. And
Pop cough.
Other side of the map, Kong appears in your opponent's starting zone.
Bro, dude, that's wild.
And nobody's played it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, and that's just like a small unit.
Play. That's what I want to see somebody.
Dropship. I'll work on it. If there's more Silver Age events, I'd be happy to work on crafting that. But I feel after the next 2 weeks, when's the next Silver Age stuff? It's gonna pop off, right?
Yeah, I have a very good team but I was playing it against Darkseid, and I'm like, wow, this whole Darkseid thing he's really strong. I think it's better than this team. But
you got to go with what wins, right? Good job, Dexter. Good job, Spencer, for your Utah State.
I think there's also a rule that I personally have, and I don't know about other people, but I'm like, if there are 2 teams that are roughly comparable, you have a good enough chance of like winning with either team. I play the team that's easier to play, because when you're 5-6 games into a tournament, if you are playing a complicated team that maybe has like all the bells and whistles, you're exhausted.
Yeah, your chance of air goes up. Right?
And you're playing Darkseid, and all you've done is just drop barrier and run through it. You're feeling great. You don't have to think very much.
I forgot my dice. Don't worry, I can still play.
So, yeah, real.
This will be Clay's rule, Clay's law.
If you don't have to roll dice,
play it. Your team.
When in doubt, play a team that doesn't require dice rolling.
Ooh, we have a variation.
2 pros, which is
Doesn't make a difference. He still gets to just make one.
Yeah.
It's interesting because he doesn't play Khazar, and I really feel like Khazar is. I'm shocked these teams did so well because I really
Why
feel
does he
like
have an
Khazar
APOC?
is really necessary.
Because he can.
I think the
Oh,
one
this-
you could kind of drop out or cut out it would be like
This team is
Black Shirt
interesting.
or
Yeah.
Black Shirt lets you reroll. And I'm assuming he's
Weird
going to probably
thing.
want to reroll the imperv, or I'm assuming he gave himself a parry roll. That's
Really
why
needs that
APOC is probably
willpower.
on there.
Right?
I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's the wrong choice. I'm just saying if you really had to change the team up in some facet, I would drop Black Shirt Porter before Khazar.
Oh, you're talking about in general, not that specific.
Yeah, no, that makes
team.
sense. Because like you need the movement, right, for Khazar.
Yes.
Yeah, because then otherwise you can't. You're not as effective on long maps.
Yeah. All you want is like I found that you want Khazar to move dark side to barrier, and then Khazar to move dark side, and that's and Khazar also gives you full map reach.
Yeah, and that makes the difference, right?
So this one's very interesting. I like the Clea play.
Yeah.
Very solid.
Can't
in
target
case
me unless you're within what 5, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's 5
Uh,
now.
within her range, right? Which is 5, right? Which you can perplex down.
No, I think they added that to 5 because then you can flex down her range.
You can still perplex down her
Oh.
range. They added the unless they are adjacent to the
Oh,
target.
Correct.
okay,
It used to
okay.
be that you couldn't even attack
Yeah,
target them, which is crazy. The other trick that you can do with Clea is again the lasso, which gives her a 4 range instead of 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Cute. I like it. Very, very good. Dude, Black Leopard, he just needs to be big, man. Like I was doing some testing with him, and without him being large, it's so hard.
He doesn't work, yeah, and because the pimp particles are not legal, if people can make him work, they are really good players. Because I'm not good enough to make
Like,
him.
is he? I don't think he's playing anything to change the size, right?
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've just not been successful with it. It's rough. Like he just dies, and then I'm like, well, all right.
Sometimes you just
And-
need perfect placement.
You know, I guess there's always room for me to get better. All right. We just did this one. We're on to Washington State standings.
Which state was that last one anyway?
It was a Mexico.
Yeah, it was
Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Sorry,
I think it's Jalisco. I could be
I
wrong.
think you're right. I'm slaughtering.
There is no
Names,
J sound
cities,
in
Mexico,
the
sorry.
in the Spanish language, so it is.
Sorry,
like,
Mexico. Oh,
It's like Jorge.
totally. I get it. Yeah, I just
Don't feel bad, Clay.
I'm a stupid.
I
American.
saw this guy's team. This guy had a weird
Dude,
throwback team.
I love the onslaughts. Oh my gosh. I don't understand the Hellcow, but I love the onslaughts. All right. So I've seen Hellcow popping up here and here. What makes the Hellcow so good, friends?
It's the go down one more. Friendly characters occupying terrain generated by Hellcow heal 1 additional click from Steel Energy and support. So if you have, say, a Wendigo.
Got you.
It's actually like I like that a lot. I almost would want to put the I almost think you should put the what's the ring that gives you 2 free
Nightbringer.
Nightbringer.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, why isn't Nightbringer on there instead? That's so much better.
Yeah, because then you could imagine you play like two Wendigos, and then you could have Hellcow with Nightbringer. Yeah, that's cool. And then Onslaught, I think, has the mind control protection.
Yes, he does.
Protected mind control, outwit, and psych pen, and he also has free TK and mind control.
Mm-hmm.
And incap, but whatever. Actually, free incap's not bad with a bunch of Chthons out there. It's rude.
Yeah.
Just keep making them take unavoidable. I love it. Nice. I like this team. I love it. Double onslaught.
Chthon is banned in silver, so that's gonna be difficult to do.
It's fair.
Thanks, wet blanket.
Jeez.
Hey, I'm just pointing it out. My bad.
It's not my fault. Everything's banned in this format. All right.
Stegron.
Whoa. Right. All right. I just had to make sure I was checking the right team. All right. Yeah. Second place. All right. Cool. Stegron. Dope. Titana. I have I like 11 of her. If anybody look, she's got second place. I think people should buy her.
Yeah, she gives out those tokens, the copyright tokens.
And
God, she would be so popular if she was like 50 points.
She has a 50-point dial.
No, she doesn't.
Like her 6 clicks just don't merit 75 points.
Especially when she hasn't reduced pen.
And she has 16 defense on her last 2 clicks. Like, God.
That's rough.
She's just not worth.
I know commons that are stronger than her.
Ugh.
Sherlock, I like it. This guy's cool.
Yeah, he's really good.
Is he shifting? He's not shifting. He only has this one.
Yeah, he's trying to share the 19.
Yeah. And then Green Man, Tri-Sentinel, always. You know what? I'm surprised we didn't see more Tri-Sentinel so far in the Silver Age format. Wow.
Yeah,
when you have Dark Side, that's so much better.
True. They haven't been showing up.
Nice. Ali agree.
You know what? You know who this team doesn't like? Dark Side, because it just can't take the damage.
Yeah.
It explodes violently.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Like just one shots a lot of stuff. Keel, Hall, Keel. And Bystander Lockett. All right, cool. Good job, Cole. Good job, Cowan. For your
Is that
Washington.
Dark Side in 4th place?
Was it Scott Side?
Yeah. Version. Go back one. Curious to see who he lost to in the top cut. So if you click on his name. Or sorry, I guess you could scroll down on that previous page. But
he lost to the guy that won.
Yeah.
To the guy with the one.
Yeah, he lost to Callan.
Huh.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you got.
So what was the score?
30 to 400.
Okay, so he crushed Dark Side.
Yeah, handedly.
Cool.
What's it? Yeah, a lot of attacks. All right, cool. All right, moving on. We're on to Arizona State's standings. Wow, this looks like a familiar name I'm familiar with. Matty G. Wow.
The team that you're also
Dark
very
Side.
familiar with.
Seen this
don't
before.
need to talk about that one.
So
Yeah.
Dark Side wins Arizona.
Control Alt Delete. I love it. Let's see. What do we have?
Too? Oh no.
Nope.
Beetle.
Blue
AK.
Beetle.
Blue Beetles, Ghost Rider. All right, I like this team. Solid mystical theme team.
Yeah.
Dude, just 3 really good hitters.
Full point
Dude, especially AK at high points.
Yeah, that's what's scary, dude.
Yeah, but the Dark Side gets through his stop clicks with the unavoidable, right?
Yeah.
That's probably what his downfall was.
Yeah, because you take
Did
2
you not get an
when you're
attack
down
off
here.
With the trick arrow?
You know, when you have
If he gets
11s,
an attack off with the trick arrow,
when you have
he
11s
runs
and you're going
USB,
against
he just
20s.
wins, no?
Wait,
Not
what?
necessarily. It depends on the map too, don't forget.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can look at the 485.
It was
Matty
first
G.
and second, it had to be.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what is this? Matt versus Matt.
Wait.
1-0.
Ugh. So I know Nick beat Brandon by 1 point, but there was like a good amount of points in the game. I've never seen a 1-0.
They must
Did
have
they
rolled
just?
it off.
They could.
Yeah.
Oh no, but they played round 5.
Is that's the last
They
one? of Swiss,
probably
no?
cut on 4 and they had to replay for 5 and they just said not again.
And then Matt was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Can't
That
blame him
works.
for doing that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good job, Matt.
Round 5
Good
was
job,
cool.
fucking Matt. You know which Matt I'm talking about. Good job, Valentine. Oh, Wes. All right, let's check this out. Wes is the homie. Dang, he's always playing. Some funky stuff. So he's free moving somebody. They have to have Justice League keyword, or they share a keyword, right? Shares a keyword. This the Martian Manhunter, he free moves somebody. I'm trying to see who he free
It's
moves.
detective. It's detective for Sherlock.
Nice. Does he port people? No, he's probably Guy
He's
Gardner.
probably carrying everybody with Green Lantern.
Yeah, and then dropping Guy Gardner.
And then probably dropping it, or yeah.
That works too.
And then he's got this Sinestro
chainsaws
to
or
drop the
something?
chainsaw, right? He's got 2 chainsaw guys, 3 chainsaw guys.
I thought that was the boot one.
No,
But
it doesn't
red
matter.
is
He
the
can
chainsaw.
generate any of them. He's got 3 guys that are green Wonder Woman 80 that generate constructs.
That is correct.
So
That's
he
correct.
can do some stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good job, Wes. All right, moving on. Congrats to those Arizona State friends. New York State standings. If I believe Isaac won, Starlossus. It's a little different than what he was playing last time, but I love the Jean Grey bomb. Nice call.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty. Yeah, dude, just
Anthony
good.
played this to pretty good success in the California states.
Was it the exact same team?
No, sorry, but
it
the
was something
Colossus.
Colossus
The
Jean
Colossus
Grey bomb,
Jean
yeah.
Grey, yeah.
So for our listeners that don't know what the green Jean Grey bomb is, it's when she's mind controlled. Friendly characters can mind control her, right? So what
Yes.
Colossus does is he deals his printed damage to people he mind controls. So mind control Jean, she takes 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Surprise! She's on her stop click. Guess what happens? When this click's first revealed, after resolutions, deal 3 damage to all other friendly and opposing characters within 6 squares. That's a very large area. Well, that's like a 7 by 7. No, 13 by 13, right?
Yeah, because it's 6 diagonally
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
plus the one in the middle.
Dude, so small maps. That's like the whole map.
Yeah, that's like the whole map.
It's like the whole map.
And then she can pulse wave after too.
Exactly. So that's pretty gnarly. And she's got trick arrows, so she's gonna go in and yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff, dude. Mind control characters don't. People who are mind controlling don't get the equipment anymore. Or they do. They do now,
No,
right?
they do.
Yeah, you
They
can mind
do.
control. Make
They
them use
changed
their
that, right?
trick arrows.
So mind control out, trick shoot, trick arrows, right?
Yes,
and then
you
she
could-
blows
you
up.
would mind control her. She would move. She would fire. She would explode, and then she would pulse wave for her own action.
But can you trick arrows from the mind control, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Too good, dude. Too good. All right. Oop. Good job, Isaac. And coming in second place, the Silver Ruler.
Oh,
All
very
right.
similar.
Double
Ooh,
black
double black
hearts,
heart. Lovely
Colossus,
stuff.
Butterfly, yeah.
Now you're
Like,
starting
nice.
to see Griever on the
Yeah.
sideline.
Yeah, you gotta play that Butterfly. Gotta play Butterfly. Colossus.
Does Isaac have on his sideline?
Griever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go.
Nice. All right. And dang, looks like a lot of Colossus Butterfly stuff. All right. New York and on to South Dakota. All right. We have Alex Mater down the range playing double Hawkeye and Hawkeye. This team's pretty cool. Blue Marvel, Saki Iron Man, Avengers, Scott Porter, Black Shirt, and Spider-Man that gives people team abilities or wild cards, excuse me, and Hulk Prime with the motorcycle.
We saw this earlier at the Rock Cup, but Ant-Man with Hawkeye and Hawkeye is really good because you turn one of them giant. They just see everybody, and then you shoot the guy. You drop the trick arrow right into the middle of your opponent's team, and
Quake.
Yeah,
Dude.
because most people forget that when you
Bad
quake
stuff
with the
happens.
arrow, you quake as if it's the same size as you are. So in this case, you'd quake like a giant.
yeah.
Try to reach 2. But
Yeah.
it's also just quaking your entire opponent's team and just breaking whatever formation they have.
Yep.
That too, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's solid. I love it. And you can gives everyone wild cards. You can get some more shield in there. Dude, too good. Too good. And they're playing some cards, mystery cards. Good stuff. All right. And second place, Ethan Davis. Some more Clea and Kong action.
Mission points.
Yes.
One.
Yeah. Double Kong. I saw like the triple. I don't know. I must thought I
So
saw triple
the
Kong.
combo with Crazy Jane is very interesting because
Yeah.
You could use Watcher to do this. You could use Starro, but Crazy Jane's only 10 points and allows you to roll. You don't know what you're going to get every turn, but
You'll at least get one.
probably at least get
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. A lot of creative stuff. Like I've noticed as we've gotten through the teams, the top teams have not been dark side. They've been a couple other things. It's been a little more open. That was Indiana, if I remember correctly.
That was South Dakota.
All right. Now we're on to Indiana. Return of the King, Jalen Major. Big congrats. Oh, nice. 2x2 Legacy APOC. I know Nick was playing that.
Yeah.
So
We
this
got
is a team that Jalen and Az have been working on building for a while, and I know Azareth was very, very excited to have Legacy Apocalypse go into silver, and now you can play this crazy team. I think Az played it and did very well in another event.
nice. Very cool, dude. I love it. All right. And going back, second place, Rob Gallagher, former California player. We got Colossus with the butterfly, bunch of Saturnines. I love it. Dude, Rob always plays multiples of figures. Like that's his shtick, right? He always plays like 3 of the same figure on the team.
Which is
when you played
a big liability at the moment with
Dark
Side.
But you remember when he played all the APOC gens? Like it was how many APOCs did he play?
Oh my god,
like 4, 5?
It was 5, I think. It was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, dude, that team sounded like a nightmare to deal with.
Ruler theme team, good
I
stuff.
like.
Dude.
Yeah, so basically, it's 20 defend with Colossus.
Triple Saturnine. Oh my goodness.
And then Saturnine just keeps making a miss.
Yeah.
Jennifer Kale makes it so they can't increase.
Well, it's 20 defend. It's also you can't increase. It's also +1 from the porter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get +1 from the porter.
It's like good like hitting that, especially. It's like when I played against fucking Patrick, man. I was like 9 on like 20s the entire game. I was like having so much fun.
How does he deal? How does that team
21,
deal with
22.
Darkseid though? I'm surprised
Yeah.
he's able to deal with Darkseid.
Dude.
Did he ever? Were there any Darkseid players?
No.
What was copy paste?
There was top 12. There was one on 12.
Okay, so that's an unconventional.
Dan Powell. Oh, Dan Powell. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Powell played. So who did Dan Powell lose to?
Let's find out because we have such an awesome
Jalen.
So
Well, I think it must be Jalen. Yeah.
he beat Jalen in Swiss.
Oh, that's interesting. And then lost in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the score, by the way. I was looking at this earlier. So all right, experts, tell me, how does Jalen Major score 185 points on a dark side team?
Let's look at the team.
It's called mission points, probably.
Nope.
Mission points are in
sideline. He brought in sideline stuff, right?
Absorbing Man Prime.
125 points.
He must have killed Absorbing Man Prime.
Absorbing Man. So if he kills Khazar, Absorbing Man, or Khazar, Scott, Proteus, and Absorbing Man, yeah. Or he killed an assortment of stuff on the side, right?
But like none of that stuff's ever coming in because Darkseid's not rolling.
True. So yeah, he must have killed the Absorbing Man and everything else besides Darkseid.
It's got to be Absorbing Man. Anyways, Absorbing Man is hard to kill, so I'm surprised he managed to pop Absorbing Man.
So he must have killed Colossus and Clea then, and the Liar dropped or something. So he got 165, right? So it was close.
Yeah.
Or some other stuff and killed some bystanders, right?
Yep.
Very cool. All right. I think I got lost. Circuits.
Just go back. All right, whatever.
And that was Quebec. Stand-ins. Dan Smith. Woo, he did it again. Emily made him do it. Same team.
Darkside.
Oh, how original. So much dark side.
Yeah, dark side. Fun.
And second place, Mystical. Yeah, some more
Apex,
mystical
AK
good stuff.
again. Yeah, Blue Beetle, Ghost Rider. This looks very similar to the other team that won, right?
Yeah.
With the AK Blue
I
Beetle
think-
Ghost Rider.
It looked like the third place was Darkside.
So much dark side, man. It's just ridiculous. It's a
Mm.
very uninteractive team. Cause you just sit there
Well-
and barrier and then just move.
He's interacting, you're not.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the
Cool.
point, right?
All right, stop sharing. Good stuff. All right. So hopefully moving forward, people find an answer to the dark side. If
Cool.
Well,
not,
here's the question: should Darkside be banned? Is Darkside bad for the format?
I would disagree. I don't think he is because, well, I don't in silver because there's options out there that mess him up. Reaver's a really easy way. Everyone's going to be playing a butterfly. Just put it as one of your 8 sideline pieces and you drop it. Cosmo's another easy way. You don't get the defense power. Beat through them, right? It's just unfortunate that in the current state of where people were playing Darkside against the other current state is that people aren't playing big enough things to hit with. Like, look at how many of those teams had Colossus Prime on them, and they were primarily using him for a defend of 20. Darkseid doesn't have to get close enough to get charged by Colossus Prime to get slapped for 5. All right. So you just either have to beat through him or just say you can't do your cool trick. And there's plenty of ways in silver to say you can't do your cool trick. So whoever found out Griever before everyone else, good on you, right? Thank you for the key to tell Darkseid to go home. That's my opinion on that.
at the moment, it is watch list worthy. I do agree there's answers and you should come prepared for it, right? If it is half the field's playing Darkside and the other half is having to play stuff against it, right? If it does become that popular and that strong, right? But we're not there yet. I'd say one person at an event shows up with it, 1 or 2 people, and it makes cut, right? But it's not continually winning. It won.
It
If I remember,
definitely is winning more
4?
than any other team type, type or whatever.
That's fine. I mean, it was the same thing with like Sky Tyrants and Sakis and everything else before it.
So
right?
Darkside has a 61% win rate, right?
Yep.
That's not even
That's pretty
passing.
strong.
That's an F in school, man.
Yeah, but
Well,
everything else is like a fucking E in school, bro.
So you
The
follow up, yeah, I was
excellence?
gonna say
Nice.
you follow up on the rest
Yeah.
of the stuff, right? It's got a pretty high percentage. And you're looking at the other stuff. Like of course Butterfly has a higher play rate, right? Black Shirt Porter has a higher play rate. All this other stuff has a higher play rate, but at the same
What's the most
time,
played character in states right now, Jeff? Can you do a better overview?
Scott Porter,
Yeah, Black Shirt.
Black Shirt. This is we're looking at
You
by
have
wins.
to list your window or something, Jeff.
Yeah,
so
we
that
can't
counts
see
for
because
Oh.
you're not sharing currently.
And that's fair. I'm just talking
Oh.
shit. By wins, right?
I was gonna say
most
by player percentage.
popularity, is it?
Popularity,
There you
yeah.
go. No,
flip
this is
it.
going the
Hit it
wrong.
again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hit it again, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, Black Shirt Porter, Butterfly, White Shirt Porter. Wow.
Yeah, nothing
He didn't
changed.
crack top 10. He didn't crack top 5. He's in top 10.
8th. Yeah, Dark Shirt's 8th.
Was on 22 teams as composed to the 66 teams Scott Porter was on, the 49 teams Butterfly, right? And I'd imagine every Butterfly team should have an answer to Darkside, right? Otherwise, why are you playing Butterfly?
Do we think Butterfly should be restricted?
No, Butterfly is the Swiss Army. He doesn't allow you to win. Butterfly primarily is being played as the defensive choice. People are putting him on his team as just like, well, at least I have an answer to one of the cool things you're playing.
Yes, but the Porters are also doing that, right? They're defensive figures mainly, or they're support pieces.
The difference is the Porters were put on the restricted list because collectively both were a problem. individually they are fine, right?
Okay.
It's just which
Yeah.
avenue you want to go, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think butterfly's fine. I think you need butterfly because
It's
otherwise,
also, it's interesting. I want to mention the win rates in comparison to white shirt and black shirt porter. 58.8 for black shirt, 45 for white shirt.
yeah, black shirt's definitely the move.
Even with only 20 more teams, right? It has double the wins.
Yeah, and he's easy to get on any team.
Higher win rate.
I think the other meta point there too is that with both Scots dominating the restricted units list, that really is implying that theme teams are actually still very important.
Yes.
I think in silver, 100%.
What's the next restricted figure?
Sky, nope.
It's probably CSS, right? Because the other one's Necron. I don't think there's any Black Lantern. It has to be CSS.
So
I was like, the
next restricted figure is 32 after 3.
Yeah, and it's probably due to the fact that if you think about it, everybody had a Scott Porter, if not both.
What would happen to Heroclix if the Scott Porter figure was not allowed?
You just would have a 25-point replacement figure.
What?
You just play fucking.
They make those?
You just play Space Ghost for 5 more points.
Sure. Space Ghost fills a lot of the roles. There's lots of sport guys that are 25 points now that you can either get as your TK or your Perplex or Prob.
Yeah. If you want to break
Black Shirt Porter still going for 65. There's one for 65 on eBay, 70, 75.
There'd be lots of people out there that are reclaiming they're ethically incorrect for selling it that high.
I was like, I need to take some pictures tomorrow. I don't understand that whole ethical thing. So funny. I want to tell a funny story about the Zero Ring. So I think it was last Wednesday. Somebody bought a Zero Ring for me on eBay. I had it at $14.99, and they canceled it within a few minutes. They're like, "Oh, wrong payment," and because it was the last one I had, it didn't auto relist. So I had to go check the whatever the current listing was, and the only other one up on eBay was $19.99. So I listed mine for the same. It sold within 12 hours. I then repost another Zero Ring for $24.99. This one again sells in 12 hours. And I'm like, hey, crazy idea. Let me bump it up to $29.99. It sold within like 6 hours.
How many Zero Rings do you have?
I'm down to 2.
You had like 5 or 6 or more. I don't know.
So Sunday morning, the Zero Ring that sold for $30 sold overnight, right? And I wake up and I'm like, man, it sold instantly. So I relist another one for $40. It sold within like 3 hours. So now I have one listed on eBay for $50. Again, my new best offer. So I've single-handedly raised the Zero Ring price on eBay up to a much significant higher value than what the median average was, say, a week ago.
And that, kids, is called economics.
Yeah, supply and demand, bro.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Clay, for doing your little report on the team.
How much is let's see, I'm curious what Dark Side is going for.
He's probably still floating around like 75, maybe 100 again.
120.
Dude, really? He went up a little high.
Oh wait, there's one for 110.
All right, so I just want to make this as a point. For when I got 7th place at States, the super rare I got to pick, friends, was Dark Side.
You did also ask us because you said you didn't have it.
That's true, but it's whatever. People could be like, fuck you, Jeff.
I'm just saying the people in the room like you, okay? We took that into account.
I try and put some good stuff out in the universe so good stuff comes back to me, man.
Yeah. Don't just make it like we're all idiots, at least. You gotta give a little preface there, buddy.
You know, when no one responds and just, everything keeps moving on, I'm like, okay, well, nobody either heard me or doesn't care. So I just thought I got lucky. Too funny.
Like, I have a Dark Side, Jeff. You needed one.
I want my own. I don't want to borrow yours, Brandon.
Dude, I borrow so much shit from you. I just want to give back, Jeff. Dang.
Dude, I hate borrowing Heroclix.
I do too, but I
it
have to because
bugs
I'm
me.
fucking broke.
Like, it bugged me that I had to borrow Swamp Thing from Nick for the modern event.
I'll tell him that so he doesn't let you borrow it anymore.
No, it's I accept.
Sure.
Just because something bugs me doesn't mean I won't do it.
Okay, just wanted to make sure they're champ.
No.
Jeff is a completionist when it comes to HeroClix sets.
Certain things. I'm completionist for my meta figures. I've calmed down on my completionist for all sets.
Sounds like he needs to come
Dude,
down to
I
Vegas
remember, like,
this
when I
weekend and
started-
try and win because
Yeah.
something may give you another chance of getting it.
Do you guys?
What kit did you guys get out there? In Vegas?
I wish that I could officially tell you, but I don't know.
We'll find out on Saturday, guys. Yeah.
You'll find out on Saturday. RTO does not like letting people know things like that. And you know what? I respect him for his choices. And
What if I
it's
don't give
okay
a
that he
fuck and
can
want to
make those
say?
choices.
You don't know.
Really? Really, Brandon? You're gonna say I don't know? Oh boy. All right. Well, friends, until next time.
To a week, Jeff.
Nah, I'm not a 5-year-old. You got to put money in my hand.
Fuck that.
All right, you cool cats and kittens. If you're around in the Bay Area next Saturday, come to the Clix League West event. If you're in Las Vegas, go check out Las Vegas States. If you're in Santa Monica, Clay may be around. Keep an eye on his website.
He's
I
the
wanna
guy
watch
with this
some
team
Black
coming out of
Panther.
bed.
There's some
Dude,
Black Panther's finally going to come out.
did you guys get a?
set? It's gonna be
Was
a
a Brick
fun
of Black?
set.
Was a Brick of Black Panther part of the pricing for states?
Yes.
Someone won a break about Panther I saw on
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.
There's tons of
For
Black
pricing.
Panther floating around because of
No, but like, did you guys get a brick? Like, did Richard get a brick? A Black Panther?
No,
No, 'cause
because
you got the MOT set.
Masters of Time, the Masters of Time kit does not get a brick.
That is
Deadpool Weapon X gets a brick. Black Panther gets a brick.
I feel like it's
Masters
because
of
first
Time
place gets
winner
all the
gets all of
colossals.
the
2
Colossals.
by 2s, yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's the
just
first
not
Not
draft.
worth
worth a brick.
Well, all right. So all those colossals is like a G.
Monetarily, yes, but some people can't afford that.
Yeah,
Or
like
would
they
want
should
a
have
brick.
They should have drafted the
Colossals.
colossals
Yeah.
because it's extremely top heavy. Because first place walks away with all the colossals. They walk away with the Ultra Chase, and then they walk away with Swamp Thing Prime.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Masters of Time, you get
The
like
really
200
funny
grand
thing,
worth of shit.
actually, is for the non-Masters of Time events.
The 9th place is the best place.
Yeah, if you
Dude,
don't,
you get the
if you don't
bystanders.
win the event, you want 9th place.
Yeah. 1st or 9th, I'm going home with a lot of money.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you take Weasel or Timebreaker?
Weasel.
Take both.
You
No,
get all of them in 9th place.
Oh, you get all?
Ninth gets
Yeah.
8 or something. Yeah, you get
I thought
both.
you drafted. Oh my
No.
god, no,
Oh.
dude.
But yeah,
That's
I thought.
stupid.
Is it? Wait, really? They get all 9? They get all of them?
If we were talking about this at the bar and we were trying to figure this out, and depending on the way you read it, it sounds like 9th place gets them all. So there could be easy confusion out there with depending on how people read them. Now I don't know exactly what the real preferred answer is. I'm assuming it's you draft, right? But obviously, I think they sent out a clarification, so that may have helped.
But to answer your question, Jeff, about which one you pick, I mean, it depends on if
It's
you
obviously
have one of
Weasel.
them already,
obviously
or which
Weasel.
one you're going to use more.
I believe it's
monetary value.
Timebreaker, and here's
I
the
would-
reason why.
I would go Timebreaker and then
Because
Weasel.
Timebreaker allows time breakers on any theme team, whereas Weasel is an effect that can easily be copied by someone else.
Like
Not for 10
Green Man.
points.
I didn't say for 10 points, right? It just does like if you're looking for that effect, you could probably find it in someone that may be more points. You're not wrong, right? But at least Timebreaker provides you with something that only that figure and its 5-point minions do.
Correct. I don't disagree with you. But, for 40 points, plus 2 damage, plus 2 range, and plus 1 attack is Makes me-
Dumb?
Where you
Yeah.
have
Makes
to
me
copy
very
that with
excited.
Green Man. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I'll tell you the mystical team I've been working on with Ryder when we get off the call. But yeah, dude, it's dirty.
I mean, the
Very
stuff's probably
dirty.
gonna go out after the or after your event, no?
No, I'll probably get it up next few days. It's Monday.
Dang.
I know.
Wouldn't that
Gotta be
work, though?
productive. All right. If you guys don't have anything else, I'll let you gentlemen off for the night.
All right.
Until next time, friends, don't forget to practice rolling your dice. Take it easy.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.